Welcome to the Fiorina Beauty Podcast, hosted by Patty Saponaro. Be prepared to hear stories of triumph, challenge, and overcoming. Along the way, you'll learn a few things too. But most importantly, you'll learn one thing. Say Bella, which means you are beautiful. Welcome to the Fiorina Beauty Podcast.
So we're here today. I'm Fiorina Beauty. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm Fiorina Beauty. Hi. Okay. Well, hello. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Patty Saponaro, along with my daughter, Brianna. We are the founders of Fiorina Beauty, and we have the beautiful, lovely Danielle back. She's been on our Beauty Balance and our Beauty Boost for about a month. So welcome, Danielle.
Yes, thank you so much for having me again. I'm very excited to be here with you today.
We are so excited to have you, and I just cannot wait. I'm like a little kid in a candy shop.
I know.
So you kind of shared last time your struggles, and so tell us what you've noticed and what's going on with Beauty Balance and Beauty Boost.
Thank you. Okay, so when you try any supplement, you don't know, right? You don't know how it's going to be. You don't know if you're going to like the taste. You don't know if it's going to sit well with your stomach or if it's going to give you jitters or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I usually take this first thing in the morning. I'll either take it with or without breakfast. Sometimes I don't eat breakfast. And it does not mess up my stomach, does not cause me stomach issues. It tastes amazing. But for me, those are like perks. But I have noticed an incredible amount of focus, energy, being able to, for example, I told you the cortisol, it causes inflammation and causes me to have, just body pain and things like that, right? Yeah. And since I've been taking these, and I've been taking the Balance and Boost together,
Yes.
I've noticed that during the day, I'm not as stressed. I feel more calm. I feel more awake. And it's just kind of like it's very smooth. You don't, I've noticed when I take it, within like 20, 30 minutes, I notice that I am, I'm like, okay, I'm up for the day. I'm feeling good. I'm getting things done. And there's not a crash, which is also interesting for me because, sometimes if you have those effects of focus and energy, there's a crash at the end and there's not been any of that. So, yeah, it's been really nice.
I love that.
Thank you.
Thank
you. Seriously, thank you. Yeah.
Well, that was part of the bullets, so you go to the experts, right? I'm just the visionary, my daughter and I. And you go to the experts, and they have teams of the chemists and the whole bit, right? Yeah. But that was literally, we said, okay, we want that all-day energy, no crash, no cravings, balance their hormones, balance their blood sugar, right?
Yeah.
And you just mentioned several. So that is beyond exciting for us and truly, truly a blessing for us to hear. So we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Now tell me, I know when we shared kind of just your struggles, your health struggles from 2020 to 2024, and you're young. Yeah. Yes. So you've been on the product a couple weeks, right?
Yes. Okay. Almost. I think it's like teetering right on almost a month.
Okay.
That I've been taking it. Okay. And, but what's crazy is that it didn't take a month for me to start noticing. You know how sometimes you're like, okay, I'll take this supplement or this vitamin or whatever, and it takes a while.
Right.
I noticed it, and I text Brianna, and I was like, look, I've noticed a difference. Like, I have energy, and for me, that's the big one because, like I said, the first time we met, it was the inflammation causes you to be tired and have brain fog. And the fact that I don't feel as stressed either, I'm very excited to go to my rheumatologist next month and see where my cortisol levels are at because I really feel like between blood sugar, promoting that, I don't know. I'm really excited to see what it says because I've noticed in my body too, there's not as much pain, which I feel normal, which is nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I have goosebumps right now.
Thank you.
That's incredible. Yeah. I can't wait for the numbers either.
Yeah.
Because like you said, you noticed, pretty quickly on your energy. And I loved what you said. So your mood, your stress. So talk a little bit about that.
So it has been one of those things where, how you know your personal growth when there's something that used to stress you out doesn't anymore. And that can either be mental or, for example, for me, because of the things I had dealt with those, almost 4 years,
Yeah.
my nervous system was shot. Okay. Shot.
Sure.
So the fact that there's even anything that is keeping my nervous system calm with not spikes in cortisol, and that's the other thing, right? Cortisol really affects women in a bad way. I mean, it affects everybody negatively, but with how our body processes stress, it's just, that has been, like I said, it's all encompassing, helping my situation for sure.
Well, and I know on the first episode we talked about the working out. Who would think?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you had to find what exercise would complement, just that cortisol level from building up. And so what's incredible is you're noticing your stress levels.
Yes.
That in itself is huge.
Absolutely. I had, and I'm not joking, and this is why I'm sharing this. I had one day where I had to take my car to the shop. I got a rental car, and I'm sitting in a parking spot, and I get sideswiped in the rental car literally the next day, right?
Oh, no.
And there would have been a point in my life prior to taking, and I really do contribute to this, to what I've been taking, because I just was like, okay, I didn't feel that feeling in my chest of stress and anxiety like I used to.
Wow.
And it was one of those things that's like, okay, it's like balancing me out, without having to be on an anxiety medicine or an SSRI or things like that, which those are necessary when needed and things like that. But for me, those were always had negative effects on me. So between that and it being all natural, I feel like because my body recognizes it's natural, it's working with it. You know?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And
that's amazing.
Absolutely. And when I do have the workout classes and everything, I feel good after. I still feel energy. I still feel like, but it's not like you take an energy drink type of energy.
No, right.
It's just kind of like, that feeling when you get really good rest and you wake up and you feel refreshed.
Yes.
It's that refreshed, like, okay, I'm perked up, I'm awake, I'm focused. I feel like I can get things done during the day. And then the calming effect as well really just hits it,
Wow. Wow. Thanks for sharing that story.
Thank you.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
If you think about it, here you are in a rent-a-car.
I know.
If it's not already enough that your car is in the shop,
Yes,
right?
Yeah.
That's stressful in itself.
Yeah.
And you were able to just like a champ. Just roll
was
off.
just like,
That's amazing.
it is what it is. We're just going to figure it out and stuff. And for me, like I said, because of the things I had dealt with, my nervous system has been fried for a long time. And I've noticed that this gives me an extra support to that, that I honestly didn't, at first y'all sent me this, right? And you're like, hey, try it, see if you like it, kind of thing. And you never know.
No.
You never know. Not that I didn't think it was going to work, but it was just one of those things that, okay, well, it may help with this, it may help with that, but it's really made a difference for me and my quality of life, being able to just kind of woosah,
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Now, wow, that's just incredible. Now, okay, so the focus, because you had mentioned, in college, you're like, I just can't do this anymore. But you have what is it,
ADD. Yeah.
ADD.
So, like Adderall, Vyvanse, they'd help me get the work done. But I mean, there's a crash, it's like you could focus, but it didn't make you feel good. It gives you stomach issues. It would give me headaches when you have the crash in the afternoon kind of thing. And that, like I said, that's just, I don't like feeling like that. It was like icky, right?
Right.
And with this, it's like, it's a steady focus. It's not that, okay, because when you take Vyvanse or Adderall, you feel it kind of kicking in and you're like, okay, I'm like hyper-focused. You're almost like a robot. You get everything done. But with this, I still have my personality. It doesn't numb my personality. And it also makes it to where I'm like, okay, I can focus and finish this task with completion. Because I'm the person where, I'll be sweeping the floor and then I'm like, oh, I need to take the trash out. And now I'm taking the trash out and I'm walking through the backyard and I'm like, oh, wait, I need to repot that plant. So then I start repotting the plant. Like, I'm not joking.
Yes.
That's That's how my
Yes.
brain works. I'm very creative, so it's kind of all
Yes.
over the place sometimes.
Yes.
And I haven't had that. It's been nice to be
Oh,
like,
wow.
okay, I can do that. I finished that. I can go to the next one and not get overwhelmed. And
Right.
yeah,
Wow. And thanks for, you explained it so eloquently because I've
you.
never had the medications. But when I was a teacher, I saw a lot of children on the medication. And this one little boy, he said to me, I can't eat. I can't eat because, and I'm like, what's the matter, honey?
yeah,
Yeah.
it
And
does cause that.
right. But I never really understood. So you just described it so eloquently in how the drug made you feel and then how this is. And also, too, like I know that I kind of do that. Like I will kind of,
Yeah.
like squirrel.
Yeah,
right?
same. Yes, I completely, that is a perfect way to describe it. Yeah.
And anyway, yeah, I watched the squirrel the other day and I was like, okay, yeah, right. all
Yeah.
right, yeah. But I too am noticing, being focused. So, and that's huge in itself, right?
Absolutely. Well, for me, here's the thing, right? Some people view like ADD as a bad thing. Some people have very severe ADD and medication. It changes their life and helps them be
Absolutely.
productive and have normalcy, which once again, I'm not knocking that. But for
No.
me, as a creative person and what I do for my job, when I would take 5-Answer Adderall, it was one of those things where it's like my creativity, I was like a zombie. It was like I was focused and I was a zombie. My mood would get kind of grumpy. I would, I wouldn't eat, which, that obviously can make you not feel great as well. But I didn't have that creative aspect. Like I tried to do something creative and I just was like, it's like it turned that off for me.
Wow.
Where with this, I don't have that. It's like I have the focus and I have the energy, but it's not a stimulant. It's not that jittery kind of like, I've just had, a huge energy drink type of situation.
Right.
And I can get things done, but I still can have those creative juices
Wow.
going. So for me and how my brain works, this has been revolutionary because I'm like, wow, if only I had known about this,
Right.
when I was in high school. Because I didn't get diagnosed with ADD until I was like 22.
Oh.
Yeah. And when I
okay.
did, I was like, well, this makes sense. You know what I mean? I'm like, because a fly could come in the room in school and I would be looking at the fly and, so I was like, okay, this all makes a lot more sense. So, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah.
You just said something so key, and I didn't know this, that, certain medications, they help, and we're not knocking medications, and, you need medications. But I didn't know that it took the creative side out because a lot of it, and correct me if I'm wrong, but ADA or ADD or ADHD or whatever it is, very, very brilliant,
Yes.
bright, creative though.
Yes. Very creative, very out of the box thinking, and
Wow.
and other people may have a different experience,
Yes.
but that was mine. That was my
Wow.
experience with it. That I was like, wow, I don't want to take this,
Right.
I really just I did not feel good when I did it. Yeah.
Wow. Well, that's powerful. I didn't know. I just learned something.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from you.
Yeah, I'm learning from you too. So here we go. We're just a wealth of knowledge.
You're my little fashion consultant, and we'll just have our weekly calls so I can learn.
Yes, I'm ready.
Yeah, that's incredible. So some really huge things. And a lot of what the product was designed to do is what you're sharing with us, which is just so exciting for us and very heartfelt, rewarding. So the cortisol, you had mentioned, and you also mentioned something on the first episode of the adrenals.
Yeah.
See, they're all hand in hand, and
They are.
it's so key. So kind of share with me a little bit about that.
So for me, like I had mentioned, from 2020 to 2024, I'd had some things that were borderline, like very traumatic situations. And because of that, it put me in a place where, like I said, my nervous system was just fried.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, the situation I went through, I learned from my doctor that just you dealing with it alone, what I dealt with, it puts your cortisol at such a height that if it were spread over 3 people, it would be high for them. for each
Wow.
of those 3 people.
Oh my goodness.
So that is why it's taken years to try to, just get back to a sense of normalcy, and not feeling like hypervigilant, not feeling stress, and just like you can't relax type of thing. And yeah, and I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried like ashwagandha and things, and those like they've helped, but it's like I would try something, then I would be like, it'd make you more sleepy, right? Or things like that. So as far as, cortisol and your like adrenal function and your nervous system, like you said, they all go hand in hand.
Right.
If one's messed up, it's gonna, like I said, it's very cyclical, right?
That's right. That's right.
That's one thing that I really have noticed a lot. A lot. And also, this is kind of weird, but since I've taken this, I've never, usually I carry my weight on more like hips, thighs, that type of area. And when I was dealing with such high cortisol, I started noticing on my stomach, I was getting, we all have the little lady pooch, right? But I noticed I was getting puffy, and I was like, I work out all the time. Like, I don't understand. Like, it's not diet. Like, what's going on?
Right.
And then through education, I'm a rheumatologist, I learned inflammation. But since I've been taking this, I feel like swelling in my body is going down.
Yes.
That's something and it's probably because, like I said, you're having more energy, you're focusing and being able to get more done. And
Right.
I think there's a lot of reasons as to why, but
Right.
yeah,
Right.
I've noticed that, that visceral fat that cortisol causes, especially
That's
for us
right.
women, none of us want that. So,
No.
yeah.
And you hear a lot about the mental belly, but it's not. It's all interconnected.
Yeah, it is.
So the product is so intentional for all of those things because they all play a part. And so it's really just a synergistic blend of herbs, but it's a synergistic blend of what God gave us to really feed the body, to have the body cellularly stay balanced, if you will.
Yeah,
And you're right. It is all hand in hand, and they all work together.
they do. They do. Even down to where, when you're stressed, and as women, when your body's stressed and things like that, you don't, how do I put this? Like there was a guy, right? And you're seeing this guy, and like he went to kiss, and I didn't even want to kiss. It was like, you get shut down in a way.
Yes.
And I feel like even with these products, it kind of just helps with, holistically all the way around,
Right.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm really excited to take this for a full year and then see in a year come back and tell you, okay, so.
Yes, I am too.
Yeah.
I am too. And I'm so excited that you've gotten incredible results already, like you said. And, so the studies show for one of our ingredients that we have in the Beauty Balance for blood sugar balance, the Chromax, they show the longer you're on it, the better. The results just keep increasing and increasing.
Yeah.
3 months, 6 months, and so forth. And that's very typical for nutrition.
Yeah.
Right? Is that we've got to give the body time to be fed.
Absolutely.
Well, you think about an infant, right? They grow in that year, right? Because you're feeding the infant the nutrition. It's kind of, our body is the same.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
But you also mentioned something very key. You said, well, I was taking ashwagandha. Well, we have that in our product. But, you hear this from experts a lot. Well, you can't just go out and get that one ingredient. You can't just go get that. Because everything, it's like an orange. You bite into an orange, is it just vitamin C? No.
Yeah.
So this product, the experts very eloquently and amazingly put this blend together synergistically to get what I asked for in results.
Absolutely.
And you just hit it on the head, is like, well, I tried this ingredient, it didn't work. But because we have that ingredient with all the other ingredients in our balance, and then of course our boost, that it does exactly that. It's just boosting that balance of blood sugar, that boosting of hormone balance. And so, we're able to just experience such great results.
Absolutely. And I'll be honest with you, I've had friends that, I've told them over the last, month that I've been trying this and everything. And they're like, well, let me know how you like it in like 3 months and things like that. And I have one friend, she does not have even any of the things that I have going on, right?
Right.
But I still think for women, especially in your like late 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, as women, our hormones are constantly changing. I mean, through the day, through the week, through the month, I mean, all the time, right?
Yes.
And I feel like this would be good for any woman to take just to support, you know, the blood sugar, the cortisol. Like you said, you did an amazing job of picking clean, natural ingredients that complement each other.
Yeah.
So you can have the maximum output for what you're taking. And you don't have to take 15 things.
No,
Right? Because that's
it.
where I would always get hung up, where it's like, okay, I'm taking this one supplement for calm. I'm taking this other one for energy. And it's all like natural, right? But not really. When you start breaking it down, it's like, well, how do I know that this company complements this? And that to me, that's not my wheelhouse. That's overwhelming to figure out on my own. So I'm glad you figured it out for me.
Well, I'm not the chemist. See, right? I have this amazing team, but I knew what I wanted.
For sure.
You know, as far as results go. And I also knew I didn't want junk.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
And I knew certain ingredients, but really they're the experts that did it. But, you know, it's kind of like the added benefit of convenience. It is so convenient because it is all there. We don't have to be experts.
Yeah.
Right. Formulators, chemists, R&D, whoever. You know, it's all there. It's already been done for us. We just take a scoop, we mix it in some water, and we start our day. And that's just an added benefit. That wasn't, you know, we didn't start like, okay, we want something very convenient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you're right, because it is difficult to find, okay, this blend is what is going to do it for me. And what I didn't want to do, the experts kept saying, you need to do 3 separate products. I'm like, I don't want to do 3 separate products because here's why. I want to help people, right? So I want people to feel it. You have no idea how much you've blessed me today.
Oh, same.
But I couldn't take the risk of what if you just bought one?
Yeah.
What if you just said, oh, okay, so I have blood sugar issues. I'm just going to get the blood sugar. I don't need the other ones. That's what I didn't want to have happen. So I said, no, we got to do it all in one. Yeah, but you could be making so much more money. You could be charging so much more. I don't care.
Yeah.
And this is why we did what we did. And this is why we launched out, is to hear stories like what you just shared today. Truly, truly a blessing to my daughter, Brianna, and I. We are just so thrilled, so appreciative of you. And is there anything else that we left out that you wanted to share?
Not that I can think of, other than just, I mean, this has been a holistic thing for me. And, you know, when I came on the first time and we were talking about like where I was at prior to this, right?
Yes.
Just in 3-4 weeks, I've noticed a difference. And that's how I know personally, because it is a tangible how my body is feeling.
Yeah.
Right? Like I know how it was, and it's not, you know, I can sit here and say, oh, I was in chronic pain, right? And now I'm not, but genuinely so. I was in chronic pain, and now I am to the point where it's like, okay, I'm not hurting. And I really think it's because it's helped with the blood sugar and the cortisol the most.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so huge.
It is. No, I'm so blessed that like you made this, because you're going to have a lot more women on here talking about this with various things. I see it now. So
I got goosebumps. I'm so excited.
Thank you.
So will you come back in 30 days?
I will
Which
come
be
back.
60 days?
Yes, I will be back.
Okay.
I will be back to see you.
The team will figure out when. And
Yes.
I'm just so excited. This has just been an incredible episode. Thank you so much from the bottom of our heart. Brianna and I send our sincere, we love you. And we say Bella to you. And just thank you. And I know all of you out there enjoyed Danielle. And she's coming back.
Yay.
So we're so excited. What a powerful, powerful episode. So with that, thank you.
Thank you so much.
My goodness, you're welcome. My pleasure, our pleasure. And to all of you, we want to say, as we always do, say, Bella, you're beautiful. God bless you. And thank you for tuning in. We'll see you soon.
Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of the Fiorina Beauty Podcast. We hope you found inspiration and valuable insights to enhance your wellness journey. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends and family. Your feedback means the world to us. Make sure to subscribe to the Fiorina Beauty Podcast on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. We release new content every week packed with tips, stories, and interviews to empower you on your path to beauty and well-being. Remember, your support helps us grow and reach more listeners like you who are passionate about living a balanced and radiant life. Together, let's continue this journey of beauty and empowerment. Stay tuned for next week's episode, and until then, say Bella. Thank you again for listening.